Do you ever feel like your characters are moving the story forward but not really connecting? What if the reason they feel flat isn't your writing, but what you don't see yet about them? Let's fix this together. Aloha, I'm Imelda, your holoa in storytelling and editing. Last video, we talked about the story engine, about the character's internal need, the wound they're trying to heal, and their external need, the problem they must solve or overcome, and then the mirrors. Mirror 1, how a wound shapes behavior, and Mirror 2, how a character's actions reveal their deepest longing, often through compassion, generosity, or sacrifice. Today, we're looking at those needs through the pillars in motion lens. And within this pillar, I'll share a simple formula that helps you track what's happening inside a character and how it moves them through the story. Plot structure tells us how a story moves. This formula shows us how a character moves. It helps you stay focused in your writing, in your editing, and the way you understand people on the page and screen. When I'm watching, reading, writing, or editing, I'm trying to understand people more than plot or structure. People are the core reason we watch, read, and engage with stories. Story begins with people, through who they are, what they feel, and the choices they make. What makes us fall in love with stories are the people inside them. Why? Because we recognize ourselves in their fears, desires, and choices. That's how characters start to feel real to us, and that's how we start to see ourselves. This is my unique framework for understanding how the character's wounds and longings drive behavior in story and in life. I call it the emotional engine. It's built on one simple human truth: cause, effect, direction. The cause is their wound, the effect is their behavior, and the direction is their longing. That's the emotional engine. Use this sentence to uncover the emotional engine of any character. Number 1, they learn blank. That's the cause and the wound. Number 2, so now they blank. That's the effect and behavior. And number 3, but underneath they really want blank. That's direction and longing. The emotional engine helps you understand why your character does what they do. Now let's slow it down and explore each part, Aloha Girl style. Somewhere in a character's past, often in childhood, they learn something about how the world works. That lesson becomes a belief, and that belief shapes how they survive. Examples. Chiron learned, if I show who I really am, I won't feel safe. Jamal Malik learned, the world is brutal, but love is worth fighting for. Clarice Precious Jones learned, my voice doesn't matter, so I believe survival means staying silent. This belief guides everything, even if the character never says it out loud, but they show it. Let's bring this to life with a real-life character we all know, Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker's wound stems from a missing sense of identity, feeling unseen and aching to matter. Luke was hidden, not chosen, loved, but not claimed, raised without an origin of future or emotional anchoring. The damage isn't trauma, it's erasure. So the belief he forms is, I exist, but I don't know why. His wound is the absence of belonging. The wound is often what's missing, not what's inflicted, and it can still drive the story. Because of that belief, the characters learn and behavior kicks in. So now they control everything, avoid conflict, overperform, or self-protect. At one point, this behavior kept them safe. It's a defense mechanism designed to keep them from feeling the wound again. Protection feels like strength until it starts costing them connection. Now let's go back to Luke Skywalker. He learned he lacked purpose and identity and felt unseen. So he feels insignificant, lost, disconnected from meaning. So his behavior shows up as restless and unsettled in his life, yearning for something bigger instead of living fully, striving without fulfillment. Luke's restlessness comes from unresolved identity, his searching for meaning and purpose.
You fought in the Clone Wars?
Yes. I was once a Jedi Knight, the same as your father.
I wish I'd known him.
Underneath the character's behavior is a longing. They really want to feel safe, to be chosen, to rest, to matter. This is the part they won't say out loud because once it's visible, it's vulnerable. And vulnerability is the very thing that could heal them if they were ready for it. Now let's see how this applies to Luke. Like some of us, Luke longs to be chosen, seen, and claimed, so his life has purpose. Underneath the yearning and restlessness is a simple human need. Tell me I matter. Choose me. Let me belong. Luke believes if he's chosen for something bigger, then his existence will finally have meaning. That belief drives every decision he makes. You still with me, Holoas? Now let's put the Luke's wound, which is the cause, his behavior, the effect, and his longing, the direction, together. Luke Skywalker learned he lacked purpose and identity and his life felt small. Now he moves through the world restless, waiting for something greater. But underneath, he really wants to matter, to know who he is, and that his life has meaning. That's the emotional engine sentence in one breath. When you understand this sentence, you understand the character's emotional logic. You stop wondering why characters don't connect or feel relatable. You understand what drives them, what they value, what they want but won't admit, what they're afraid to lose, why every choice costs them something. Because now you're not writing actions or plot points. You're tracking needs, protective behavior, and longing. That's how characters become human. That's why we recognize ourselves in them. And that's where emotional impact comes from. And once you write and edit from that place, your characters stop performing and start connecting to our hearts. I really hope you enjoyed this video and inspire you to create greater characters. So subscribe and join our Ohana. Little wisdom nuggets coming your way, so stay tuned.